It's very difficult to become Jewish. I've been on a religious research journey for the past year. Well, that's because you still don't understand what it means to be Jewish. So as you learn more and more, you'll understand why the journey you're having is difficulty. It's not supposed to be easy. It's not Christianity or Islam, where pretty much all they do is just throw a bunch of dirty water on you, and and you're one of them. To become a Jew means that you want to become one of Hashem's chosen people, which in so many words also means that Hashem has to choose you to allow you to become Jewish. So it's not just a matter of whether you have money to pay or not, or it's a matter of whether you live in the right place or not, or whether you know the information or not. Literally, Hashem has to open up the doors for you to allow you to succeed in this journey. So in order to do that, it takes effort, takes sacrifice, takes time. And there's a lot of information in my lectures about it. I have a whole conversion guide that you could download for free on my website, BeEzrat and it's on the in the book section, ebooks. You could download it for free, and it's it certainly can help you. But again, it's not necessarily that you're experiencing something unique by having a difficulty converting. It's supposed to be difficult. Not because people want to make it difficult for you, but because this is in essence the path. Anything that's worthwhile in life in general has to be difficult. Because if it wasn't difficult, it wouldn't be worthwhile. To find gold is difficult. Therefore, it's very expensive. It's considered a precious metal. Other metals, like for example copper, are not expensive. Why? Because it's easy to find copper. The first layer in the ground, after you dig, you're going to find copper. But gold, you're only going to find little bits here and there. Hence the reason why there's, copper is $4 a pound, and gold is $3,000 plus an ounce. There's 16 ounces in a pound. So you could understand how much more expensive gold is than copper, even though copper is much more useful for the world. Copper you need for wiring, copper you need for, for pipes, you need copper for everyday life. Without copper, the world would not survive a week. But it has abundance. Hashem made sure that whatever we need a lot of, we have abundance of. We need a lot of water, therefore 70% of the world is water. We need and we have rain. And we have rain that comes from the clouds, and also there's rain that comes from outer space, unlike what people think. There's a lot of rain coming from outer space, even more rain coming from outer space than there is coming from the whole process of the photosynthesis and the vapors and so on. As far as abundance of water, we have a lot of water underground. There's even more water underground than there is above the that comes. They're just finding that out right now through the different type of technology that's developed in the last decade or so, shale gas and so on. There's an abundance. There's an abundance of cows, chickens, but there's not an abundance of lions and zebras. Why? Because we need a lot of cows and chickens and goats, because that's what most people in the world, both Jews and Gentiles alike, eat. They're easiest to kill. They're easiest to raise. They're easiest to take care of. They're not a threat, and they can be used for multiple things. Whereas if people ate lions every day, guess what? The world would not survive a week. The world would not survive a week. So the fact that there's an abundance of things is by divine design to make sure that we have whatever we need in abundance. Whatever we don't need, Hashem has in the world, but it's not in abundance. But therefore, the things that are more rare are also more valuable. So if you wanted to buy a cow, it'll cost you 20,000, let's say. But if you wanted to buy a lion, you could probably add a zero to that. Why? Because it's a lot more rare. It's a lot more difficult to catch a lion. It's a lot more difficult to keep him alive too once you catch him. Why? Because again, it's more difficult. It's more expensive because it's more rare. Lehavdil, when it comes to religion, if you look at the Christian world, it's very easy to convert to Christianity. Therefore, you see, that Christianity, there's no problem of converting to them. It's 1, 2, 3. Anybody can convert in 2 seconds, and nothing changes in their life really, because they don't have to do anything. They don't have to do anything. Very easy. And there's billions of them. Islam, not different. Same thing. They very easy to convert to Islam, and a little bit more changes with Islam than the lifestyle of a person with Islam than it does with Christianity, because they pray 5 times a day and have different things. But the point is that it's still relatively easy to convert to Islam. With Judaism, it's very, very difficult. But we also have, number one, we're the chosen people. We're the people of the book. And there's very few of us. There's maybe 15 to 20 million Jews that we know of in the world, in comparison to Islam and Christianity. Between the two of them, there's somewhere around 5 billion, 5.5 billion of them. So there's a whole lot more. We're not even a rounding error. So to become part of those select few that were chosen by Hashem, not just Am Yisrael, the 15, 20 million, but even to be part of those few that are actually loyal to Hashem, still out of that 20 million. Literally, you're talking about just a handful of million Jews in the entire world are the ones that still follow the Torah. So you want to become one of those out of over 8 billion people. What did you think? It's like saying you want to go to Mars and then to Pluto in order to find a 500-pound perfect, flawless diamond that's blue, and then come back to Earth all within a week. And it shouldn't be difficult, and you shouldn't get car sick or spaceship sick. It's a ridiculous thing to expect. If you truly understood what it means to be Jewish, whether statistically, spiritually, historically, or all of the above, then literally you would welcome the difficulty, because you'd understand you're getting closer. You're getting closer. Unfortunately, many times people that want to convert have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. I don't know if you do or not. I know I deal with a lot of converts. Baruch HaShem, I've helped a lot of them convert. And I continue to guide hundreds of them on a regular basis. Thousands. I don't know. There's a lot more than that. But the point is that some of them I already know from the beginning they will succeed, and some of them I know already from the beginning they're going to fail. Why? They have a chip on their shoulder. Some people have a chip on their shoulder where some of them feel like they're entitled. So they're upset at the system. They're upset at the rabbis. They're upset at the community. They're upset at a lot of things. They're upset, at the circumstance. They're upset they don't have money to do it. They're upset at all types of things. And if you go into it with that type of attitude, for sure, you're in a path of disaster. And that's why a person needs to really understand what it means to be a Jew as part of their learning to convert, and not just be a robot that follows instructions. Understand what it means, the privilege that it is to be a Jew. And if you succeed, there's nobody better than you. But if you don't, then it's not a surprise. Oh, you respect all religions as just belief? Oh, so obviously you're never going to convert. Obviously you're not even familiar or aware of what Judaism is. To you it's just philosophy. So it's you're very ignorant about Judaism and probably a lot of other things from the stuff that you're writing here. Educate themselves, read a little bit, spend a little less time on the internet reading nonsense, and perhaps you'll wisen up. We are meant to be a light unto the nations, not to follow their misguided practices. Remember, every Jew has to remember that he's a Jew and she's a Jew. We don't celebrate non-Jewish holidays, even if they seem harmless. It's a zilzul, disrespect to the Torah, and could lead to Chilul Hashem, desecration of God's name. Stick to our holy Torah and our own holidays. That's the path of a true Jew.